should see how to space the children in such a manner that they have a healthy sibling relationship. So what happens, most gynecologists would advise the mother to bring forth another child only after 3 years of the first child. This is mainly the time required for the uterus to recoup and also for the mother's hemoglobin stores to be restored and the iron stores to be restored, and also this gives adequate time for the first child to learn about the parents, and also it gives us time for the parents to learn the child completely. Let us see if it is really harmful to bring a child forth before that period. What happens is, if a child is having a new sibling, say within 1.5 to 2 years of their life, they are able to see the new baby as somebody in their environment, and the acceptance level is far superior if the mother and the father allow the older child to handle the younger one from day one of life. But if the child is much older, say for example the first child is 7 or 8 years of age, and then the parents plan for the second child, that time this particular first child has got used to the parents for almost 7-8 years all by himself, and he is not used to the concept of sharing his resources like play tools, etc., and also sharing his parents' time with someone else. So that is the time when the new sibling comes. This child starts feeling that their privileges are being deprived and they have to force themselves to share with someone. And this idea of forceful sharing comes only if the parents have strict control over the older child by saying, okay, you should not disturb the younger one, you should not harm the younger one. So in which case the older child gets the feeling that I am here only to harm the younger one and disturb the younger one, and they start developing a feeling that this younger one has made my father and mother give me negative instructions. But if the parents are very careful right from the beginning that they are bringing forth the child only for this older child to have a company, and if they are open to the concept of allowing the child to handle the younger one from day one, and also explain that the younger child will always be younger and not be eligible for an equal mind-based play or physically violent play, etc., then the older one accepts the younger one as an innocent, fragile person who needs his or her care. And some of the children, especially the daughters, if they are the firstborn, they take up the maternalistic attitude and they start looking after the younger one as their own baby, and they lose their childhood very early in their life. That is why we should see to it that the spacing is not too much and the spacing is not too less for the parents to handle both the children together. But let us remember that the first child will always be embarrassed if they are in their teens and there is a second child born. For them to share the concept that I have a sibling who is 10-12 years younger to me, their own friends group, can be very embarrassing. So that is why it is essential to remember to plan a family much earlier in the life of the older child than at a later date when the parents start feeling that the older one has moved out of their shelter as an adolescent, they are more with their friends and we need another child to nurture. That is not the time to have a second child.